if I can fucking tank, do you guys think that I can tank MC? I'm not gonna try to tank Rag. I'm gonna have somebody with fire resist gear tank Rag. But other than that, do you guys think that I can handle tanking these bosses in MC? I think that I can. I believe that I am man enough to DPS tank these bosses. I know some people might disagree with that, and I say, oh no, you're not man enough. I am. I am man enough. It's gonna be fucking beautiful too. I cannot fucking wait. It's gonna be awesome. Try it. Of course, classic raids are a joke. Yeah, of course they're a joke. But I still think that it's gonna be challenging to do something like DPS tanking. Like that's really, really hard to do. But we'll see what happens. Look at this damage, man. Dude, I'm topping DPS. Dude, I'm topping DPS. I'm the fucking tank. Dude, I love this. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, I got another mob here. That's kind of bad. It won't be. It's very meta for guilds and nostalgia. Yeah, it's gonna be a joke, man. I feel like I'll be able to do it very easily, actually. It won't even be a challenge at all. Okay, let's get these guys right here. These are really, really easy to kill. It's only like basically one mob here. Classic raids are a joke, says level 15 retail. Baby cook noob. Oh, get mad all you want, dude. Get mad all you fucking want. But the fact is that they are a joke. You can get butthurt or upset because people are making fun of your game that's supposed to be good. But the truth is that, like, retail WoW is a lot harder than classic, in terms of raids. We got bonus mobs. Okay, alright, I'm activating attack mode. Activating attack mode. Okay. Let's go, retaliation. Where's retaliation? There's retaliation. Okay, good. Okay. I'm going these mobs here. Finding this one. Okay, getting everybody. I really need to put retaliation on my bar. That was so dumb for me not to have it. Okay, getting this guy too. Yeah, I spellbooked that one. You're right, I did. Okay, kill this guy here. Let me put retal on the bar right now. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put it. I'll just put it in front of Ravager. That's fine. That's stupid of me to not have that up. Opening spellbook? Yeah, I know. Classic raids are a joke. Retail has harder raids. Yeah, what made them hard is getting the players. Yeah, getting the players, getting the organization, everything like that. That's why classic raids were hard. Okay, that's the way it's been all the way through. And, like, in general, I think classic is a better game than retail. Right? I mean, there are some things that retail has that's better than classic, but 9 times out of 10, I would say that retail WoW is not as good of a game as classic. 100%, man. First boss in Mythic is harder than Ragnaros in classic? Yeah. I agree. Carrying 10 to 15 people doing nothing, that was basically, yeah. Okay, let's see. Didn't your legs have an on use? Yeah, it does. Okay, just give me 1 second here. Alright. Okay, Classic Plus so much more complicated, raid mechanics would be superior? See, I don't even know if that's a good thing. And this is an honest answer. Like, I don't even know if it's a good thing that the raids are gonna be harder in Classic Plus if they do it. Like, should they make the raids harder? I mean, in a way, yeah, but also at the same time, what made Classic really good is the fact that people didn't need to worry about, like, these, like, super high, high octane gameplay mechanics. They could just basically play the game with their friends, and it wasn't a big deal. So I feel like that's also really valuable in itself. So I'm not sure really what the best choice for them to do is. Like, what do you guys think? Would you guys want retail level challenges in Classic Plus? I mean, like, there's part of me that says yes, and part of me that says no. I just don't really know yet. Let me think. Yes, no, Classic is boring, not BRD and UBRS. Let me think. I'm not talking. Okay, let's... Nax and AQ40 are some of the hardest raids ever created. If you genuinely think that Nax and AQ40 are some of the most difficult raids ever created, then you are a bad player. You are just simply a bad player. That's all there is to it. You are just a bad player. It's just simply not true. Yeah, that's all there is to it. You're just bad. And, anyway, like, I want them to make maybe harder raids, like a little bit harder raids, but I don't want it to be like Ashara. Right? That's way too much, man. It's way too fucking much. And I would hate to see retail WoW go the route, Classic WoW, Classic Plus go the route of retail WoW, where basically all of the content is designed around method. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't really think that it's a good thing that it takes method 2 weeks of resets to kill all the bosses in Mythic. They shouldn't be that hard. That's way too hard. That's way too fucking hard. And, it's like, because you compare that, these are like people that play the game 16 hours a day, they're really, really good at it, etc. I feel like the retail raids should be tuned to be like, I don't know, like a little bit harder than Emerald Nightmare, but not as hard as Nighthold. Like somewhere in between the two there. It should not take months to clear. What do you call it? What was this here? Shit, sorry, I'm trying to scroll up. Once clear, not in 2 weeks. It should take them months to clear? No, that's retarded. Like, because if it takes them months to clear, then nobody else is ever gonna get through the content. Like, it depends on, like, how you want them to take months to clear it, right? No, there's absolutely no. It's stupid as fuck, man. Because the content, if they do that, right, here's the issue. Is that if they make the content like that, they have to nerf it to be playable by 90% of the player base, 99% of the player base. So they're wasting their time even designing the content in the first place because it's only relevant to 1% of the player base. And then on top of that, you have the other people that are playing, and they're not getting anything out of it because they're not playing the raids to begin with because they're too hard. And then nobody plays with each other anymore. You don't play with your friends. You're just using these like super high-end comps and everything like that. It's way too fucking hard, man. They aren't wiping because the bosses are super fucking mechanically hard. It's just made harder because they don't have as much loot as a fourth week clearing guild. Well, the bosses were also mechanically challenging. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, Mythic Ashara is a mechanically challenging fight. Mythic Kill Jaden is a mechanically challenging fight. I mean, if you compare them, and like, okay, yeah, obviously you guys might think that you're amazing at the game, right? But nobody here probably raids in Method. Nobody here has any idea about that. It raids in any sort of a high-end guild, right? A top 10 guild. So I don't think anybody else really has like a right to say that, oh, this is easy, right? Whenever you're not doing it at a high level. But the point that I'm making, right, is that people are, what do you call it? People are they're just better at the game now, and that's why the classic raids are easy. Now, do I want that to change? Do I want them to make the raids really hard, like the same level of retail? Absolutely fucking not, man. Absolutely fucking not. I have Cutting Edge Kill Jaden, it was fucking hard. Yeah, it was. Like, I got carried through Cutting Edge Kill Jaden, and it was fucking hard, okay? Like, that shit was fucking hard. People didn't care about Nax because TBC came out? Yeah, I think that's true, too. That's why normal and heroic raids are out? Well, you're right about that. I mean, of course, like, that's completely true. But don't you feel like that's a bad way to do things? Like, to me, personally, I like the idea of like, in Wrath, like, one thing that I think Wrath did well, and some people might disagree with this, but one thing that I think that Wrath did well is they made the entry-level raids easy. And then as time went on, whenever All the War came out, that was like, oh fuck, All the War is actually pretty hard. All the War was substantially harder than at the very beginning. I don't like the idea of content basically just being neutered and had the mechanics removed from it more and more and more in order to make more people able to actually do it. I don't like that. I feel like that's a very bad way of making content. So, I know obviously some people were okay with that. For me, personally, I don't like it. I wish they did it a different way. Okay, I got aggro on him. I almost lost aggro there. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I think that raids should have one difficulty, and that's it. Maybe some optional hard modes, and nothing more than that. I don't like heroic mode. I don't like normal mode, LFR, mythic, or anything. There should be one version of the raid, and it should feel really fucking good to complete that one version of the raid. That's the way that I look at it. There are too many difficulties, too many different versions of, it's like, how would it feel? Like, do you think that there would be the same level of hype around killing Illidan for the first time if there was an LFR version of killing Illidan? No, I don't think so at all. Or even a normal mode version of killing Illidan. The reason why Illidan was such a massive fucking accomplishment is because people spent so long doing it, and it was so extremely prestigious, right? And it was exclusive. You know what else is exclusive? Getting the chromatic carapace. Very few people have it. And the crazy thing about this right now is that I'm actually about to be one of those people. I'm about to get the chromatic carapace right now. Here we go. Can't believe it's about to drop right now. It's the same. Big same. Even the other way around doesn't feel good, cause yeah, it's like you don't feel good about completing it in LFR. You don't, like, no one feels good. Like, classic WoW, this is what I was talking about with, like, the raids the other day with, like, the two-handed weapons, right? Is that it's really important, there he is, there's this fucking dumbass running over there. Okay, let's go. Things need to feel good. I really think that they do. They need to feel good. And if something feels good, then it's gonna be okay. Right? That's what matters in games, is if something feels good. And, sorry, I fucked up my rotation for some reason. I don't know why. I just randomly wasn't clicking the right buttons. Okay, there we go. Look at those parries, dude. I love getting my attacks parried, man. It's so fun. Okay, boys, let's get the Chromatic Carapace. Please. Please drop. Please fucking drop, man. Please fucking drop. Here, let me loot it. Let me loot it. Let me loot it. Ah, shit! One more run. One more run. One more. One more run. One more run. Okay. Let's zone out, guys. Let's zone out again. We'll do this again. One more. And then we're going over to Ungoro Crater to solve this little situation that we've got going on. But yeah, I don't want the game to get like really hard. I don't want them to make like, oh, we're gonna make the game so hard. Oh, we want to make the game really hard. Like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think they should focus on making the game good, and that's it. Like, making the game hard is it's a bad idea. Because it's the reason why it's a bad idea. It's not bad fundamentally, but it's bad in this way, that it is you're not focusing on what makes a game good. Making a game good does not mean making it hard. For example, like I always use Dark Souls 1. In a lot of ways, Dark Souls 1 is an easy game. Sekiro is a harder game than Dark Souls 1. I think Dark Souls 1 is better than Sekiro. So the point that I'm making, right? Is it really? I mean, like, are people really gonna argue that Dark Souls 1 is harder than Sekiro? Give me a fucking break. Sekiro is infinitely harder than Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 at least. Dark Souls 3, I don't know, it depends. Right? But, yeah, Sekiro is obviously harder. And, anyway, all you have to do in Sekiro is parry. Yeah, and all you have to do in Dark Souls is Dark Bead. Like, you just one-shot some of the bosses almost with those fucking spells. They're ridiculous. And like, there's some bosses can die in like 3 hits. Oh my god, dude, what do you mean? They're a joke. Okay, the point that I'm making, though, is that a game being hard does not mean that a game is good. That is the point that I'm making. I've said this many times before, and I'll say it again. And I think it's very important to continue saying it. Let's see, Sekiro was harder, because it forced the player to utilize more of their options rather than sticking to an established meta. Well, no, it's harder because the bosses were simply more mechanically challenging. Like, you had to react faster, you had less ways to recover your health and survive. Like, you could make more fuck-ups in Dark Souls 1 than you could in Sekiro. That's just simply that's just the reality. You can make a lot more fuck-ups in Dark Souls 1 than you can in Sekiro. Did you rage quit after 20 minutes? Well, I didn't rage quit. I just didn't want to play the game. It wasn't really fun, right? I didn't think the stream was enjoying it. I just didn't think it was a good idea, right? I mean, like, that's why I don't play other games, is because, if I ever do, then people are like, oh, you're rage quitting, right? And so it's just, like, not fun for me to do that. Okay, let's go up this way. Sekiro can be easily beaten using snow bombs? Yeah, but, like, every game probably has some sort of, like, a cheesy way to beat it. But for the most part, I would say, like, if you play Sekiro and Dark Souls in, like, the intended way, I think Dark Souls 1 is infinitely easier than Sekiro, right? And the point that I'm making, right, the whole reason I'm saying this is that people believe that, like, oh, well, if something's, like, really easy, then it's going to be bad. I think Classic WoW is an example of something being relatively easy and people still enjoying it a lot. That's it. MC, Ani's boring? Yeah, I mean, there it is. There's no point. PvP game is pointless unless you're getting paid to stream right now. Well, the game isn't pointless, it just depends on what you want to do with the game, right? It depends on what your point is, to the game. Sekiro says, as hard or harder than Bloodborne? I don't really finish Bloodborne. Like, where did I even get to in Bloodborne? I'm trying to think, like, where did I killed this one boss that you had to parry a lot. And I had to learn how to parry. I did that. And then, I think I just stopped playing. I don't know why. Yeah, I just stopped playing the game after that. I was like, yeah, you know what, whatever. The dogs? No, it was like it's like the blood, like something beast or something. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Yeah, Bloodborne is basically Dark Souls 3. Well, I don't know. It's like for each difficulty, it's hard really for me to say. You stopped playing because you had issues with PS4? Well, I think no, because I didn't really have issues with it. I just kind of stopped playing the game because I didn't really, I don't know, I just thought like, it was okay, but I didn't like playing it with 30 FPS, and also I had to play with the controller. I'm not very good at playing with the controller, honestly. I'm like a fucking dad whenever it comes to playing with the controller. I am dog shit with playing with controllers. What do you think about people that, what do you call it? What do you think about the fact that people are influenced by classic endgame knowledge, that some classes massively outscale others? I feel discouraged from investing time in classes that are known to fall off later on in the classic. Yeah, I think that's kind of true. I mean, like, yeah, to an extent. Yeah, people, like, it's like, why would you want to level up a class that you know is not going to have, like, an easy time getting a raid spot? I do think that's a problem. Now, how does Blizzard solve that problem? I don't know. Like, I really actually don't know how they solve that. We need one more person for UDRS. If you can message Rhodes. Rhodes is our leader. And, if you want to come over here and do this. We're doing one more run for the Chromatic Carapace right now. And, oh, we just got somebody. I don't know if this Joy guy is going back online or not. We'll have to wait for him. They solve it with Burning Crusade. You don't have to make everything competition. You can just have fun without memeing if that's what you like. Well, that's easy to say, right? But, like, everything nowadays is, like, very, very competitive and, like, you know, super serious with video games, right? You have people that, like, you know, their whole job is built around being good at video games and everything. So, you know, you have, like, this whole lifestyle and, like, culture built around that. And, I don't know really how you're ever gonna solve that. I'm pretty sure that's just, like, one of those things that's gonna be, it's always gonna be here. Like, now that it's happened, you can never put the genie back into the bottle. Like, nowadays, you're always gonna have people that are very, very focused on, like, the competitive nature of games, in a way that they weren't before.